News 4 Tucson, live at 10.
The citywide curfew has been in place for a little over a week, but is it working and what are the effects? Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Mark Mangura. Danelle Confair has the night off. News 4 Tucson's Austin Walker talked to businesses downtown who say the curfew hasn't been easy on anyone.
Per Governor Doug Ducey, even though there is a curfew set at 10 p.m., businesses do not have to close their doors. While that might be true, they say downtown for the last week has been a ghost town. People say they're happy that they're following the curfew for the CDC guidelines and for the city, but it has been a double-edged sword for the downtown scene. Behind the walls of Hi-Fi and Funky Monk in downtown Tucson, you'll find Josh Clement and Rick Cano, longtime Tucsonans.
I'm born and raised.
And general managers who've seen the ups and downs.
I've actually worked downtown for the last 15 years.
With a curfew in effect for the city, they say businesses are just treading water at this point, trying to stay afloat.
Most of our business comes from 10 o'clock to 2 o'clock hours, being a late night restaurant and bar. So it's been a little bit of a challenge.
While the order does not shut down bars and restaurants at 10, Cano says there are definitely less people out.
We're seeing a lot of our patrons will actually start leaving around 9:30, 9:45. So people are respecting the curfew.
Which led both businesses to close their doors at that 10 p.m. mark.
And we do want to offer the safety recommended by the government. Even though we might have personal feelings against it, we're going to do what is asked by our representatives.
Clements is talking about the curfew itself.
People are still going to grocery stores. People are still going shopping. It's Christmas season.
As the restrictions continue, the two agree this isn't the same downtown they're used to.
We have, 3 people walking on the street as we speak right now?
Both hoping for clear waters ahead and reviving what they say is the heart of Tucson. While the city of Tucson curfew is mandatory, the Pima County curfew is voluntary. The mayor of Marana even saying, come to Marana, we will serve you past that 10 p.m. mark. We've got you covered here from the north side. I'm Austin Walker, News 4 Tucson.
Now, as we look at the latest coronavirus numbers here in Arizona, the state recorded 5,854 new cases today, bringing the statewide total to 408,442. With that, 35 new deaths were reported today, and 7,302 Arizonans have now died from virus-related issues. Pima County recorded 795 more cases today. At the beginning of October, new cases averaged less than 100 per day. Now, the countywide total stands at over 51,000 cases, with 1 new death reported in Pima County, bringing the total to 800. And it's official. People can now receive the Pfizer-BioNTech COVID-19 vaccine. CDC Director Dr. Robert Redfield accepted the recommendation of the agency's advisory team on Sunday, which means vaccinations can now start. Batches of the vaccine are already on the move, with most Americans will have to wait months before they can get the vaccine. The head of the U.S. coronavirus vaccine effort says 14 million doses will be distributed by the end of the year, followed by 50 to 80 million doses in January and February. All right, time to the first coronavirus vaccine shipments are headed for hospitals across the nation today after the FDA authorized it for emergency use. Gabe Gutierrez is outside the Pfizer plant where the biggest vaccination effort in American history was set into motion this morning.
It has been a truly historic morning here in Portage, Michigan, just outside of Kalamazoo. The loading docks behind me just a short time ago saw the first trucks carrying the coronavirus vaccine in the U.S., escorted by U.S. Marshals, roll out of this Pfizer facility, the largest manufacturing plant for the company. So many Americans had been waiting for this moment after a year that has seen the death of nearly 300,000 Americans due to the pandemic. What happens next is that these shipments will go to all 50 states. We understand that the initial shipment has about 2.9 million doses, and that's expected to be distributed in the coming days. In about 3 weeks, the other 2.9 million doses will be distributed, and that is to allow everyone who gets the first shot to be able to get a second one. UPS and FedEx are helping distribute this throughout the country. We understand that the first shots in the arms of potential patients and healthcare workers, that's expected tomorrow. That's when many hospitals will receive it. More than 100 hospitals and clinics getting it tomorrow, more than 600 on Tuesday. Operation Warp Speed says that in the next 3 weeks, all providers that have requested the vaccine as allocated by the states will be able to get those first doses. Gabe Gutierrez, NBC News, Portage, Michigan.
Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer says a COVID relief bill will be presented tomorrow. Now, the details are being negotiated by the small bipartisan group known as the Gang of Eight.
The Gang of Eight, 4 Democrats, 4 Republicans, is putting a package on the floor tomorrow, and that should be the basis for negotiations. If we don't come to agreement, we should stay in the Capitol through Christmas and New Year's because people are suffering. Congress should not go home until we have an agreement.
Speaking in front of a New York City subway entrance this morning, Schumer also said that the relief package should include $4 billion for mass transit. All right, let's check in with Chief Meteorologist Matt Brode for a look at the weather. Matt.
All right, Mark, and not a bad day on the chilly side of things on this Sunday to conclude your weekend. Last check at Tucson International Airport, temperature still in the low 50s. It's 53 degrees. Dew point pretty dry at 12. East-southeast winds a little bit blustery at 15 miles per hour. We are seeing some clouds up to the north and to the south, so that may make temperatures not fall as much as they ordinarily would. 30s though down in Sierra Vista. It's freezing cold right now down in Bisbee at 32 degrees. Globe at 39. And check it out. It's going to be a long night for Flagstaff and Sholo. We're tracking temperatures right now into the teens. Here's live Doppler. Storm-free skies for us, but we got a pretty impressive storm system, an area of low pressure right here across northern sections of Nevada, bringing heavy snow to sections of Utah, Nevada, Idaho, and finally some good rain across the coastal plain of California as well. Plan for tomorrow looks like this. We will see some clouds throughout the day, but decreasing clouds throughout the afternoon hours, daytime highs into the mid-60s. Now I'm back in a few minutes because we got something special in our skies to check out during the nighttime hours tonight and early Monday morning. Full forecast. We'll see you in a bit, Mark.
All right, thank you, Matt. Now to the latest on Decision 2020. Arizona's 11 presidential electors are set to officially vote in President-elect Joe Biden tomorrow in Phoenix. Now, Arizona law requires the presidential electors of the state to cast their electoral college votes for the presidential and vice presidential candidate who received the highest number of votes in the state. Tucson's own Regina Romero will be one of the 11 signing to confirm Arizona for Biden. We will have full coverage on this all day tomorrow here on KVOA and online at KVOA.com. Former federal prosecutor Sidney Powell has asked the U.S. Supreme Court to decertify Democratic President-elect Joe Biden's victory over Republican President Donald Trump here in Arizona. Powell also asked the justices to bar Biden's electors from casting electoral college votes on Monday. Her appeal marks the second petition for review filed with the nation's highest court in challenges to Biden's win in Arizona. Powell's lawsuit was dismissed after a judge found no evidence of fraud had been presented in the case. Arizona certified its election results on November 30th, showing that Biden had won the state by more than 10,000 votes. President Donald Trump lost his election challenge lawsuit in Wisconsin, further solidifying Joe Biden's win in the presidential race. A Wisconsin federal judge appointed by Trump wrote in a brief quote, "This court has allowed plaintiff the chance to make his case and he has lost on the merits." The judge dismissed the lawsuit with prejudice since his belief was that Trump had no valid claim. This latest loss is one of almost 60 in the past month in which the Trump campaign and allies sought to undo the Democrats' win in either state or federal courts. Well, Tucsonans came out today to show their support for President Trump, but with a Christmas twist. The MAGA Trump Merry Christmas Light Parade started on East Broadway Boulevard and drove a total of about 20 miles around the city, spreading Christmas cheer throughout the Old Pueblo. And the U.S. Commerce Department is the victim of a data breach. It says the FBI and Homeland Security's Cybersecurity and Infrastructure Security Agency are investigating. The Department of Homeland Security says multiple entities have been affected, and it's trying to help mitigate potential compromises. Sources tell the Washington Post Russian government hackers are responsible. They say the attack also includes the U.S. Treasury. Well, it's a story we brought you last week. The Tucson Clark Griswold that turned his house into an incredible light show. The problem is the HOA said it had to come down, but 1 week later, and it's still up. News 4 Tucson's Austin Walker tells us how much longer the lights will be shining.
The Christmas season is still alive. 1 second. Much better. If you haven't seen a light show yet, don't worry. You still have a lot of time. The mastermind behind the light show says it'll be up until Christmas. We checked back in with Frank Morales, who says he hasn't heard anything from the HOA. But day after day, people are still coming in support, signing the petition to keep the lights on. Money has even been donated to offset the thought of a daily $50 fine. He says if the fine doesn't happen, he'll put that money to good, using it for charity or even buying more candy canes and hot chocolate for the kids who watch the display. We reached out to the HOA, but we have not heard anything back yet. The light show runs every single night from 6 to 10, and for more information on the display, we have that at KVOA.com. And for the full story for tonight, we have that at 9 o'clock. So stick with us. We've got you covered. I'm Austin Walker, News 4 Tucson.
All right, well, who doesn't love a good light show? Coming up on News 4 Tucson at 10, the Cleveland Indians baseball team are going to look a little different next season. We'll tell you why. Plus, Pac-12 just made an announcement on Arizona's game against Cal this weekend. All that and more when we come back.